You know where sex leads to, Colby?
No, Barry, what's that?
Having special needs kids. Premarital sex. That's what it leads to. Having special needs kids. That's so terrible.
And you cleaned it up.
Yeah. That's the worst part. What's going on, guys? My name is Very.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This.
Theme music.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the second month of
100%. Oh, 100% fresh. Right? Isn't that what we call it? Yeah. So this is these movies all have 100% critic score on Rotten Tomato.
This movie has 100% on it.
It has a 50% audience score, but it has a 100% critic score.
It's so wild. And I'm with the critics. Sorry, I gotta say that. With the critics. Yeah. So before we go to what the movie is, we got our first segment where I kick a little rap to you about the trailer. See, now that I don't have the beat, it's like weird now. All right. Old heads say, save yourself before marriage. If you don't, you lose all merits. Says this countess. She's been kicking for lots of years. Leah got something to fear. Caddy falling under her spell. That doesn't really spell well for our leads. But I guess we'll see in 2013's Chastity Bites.
You pulled it off.
It sounds so much better if I had the beat.
Right. I should have been giving you a little background.
Yeah, we are talking about the 2013 movie Chastity Bites. It is a like a horror comedy.
Yeah, that's what I call it too.
Right? Oh man. But we start this movie out with a couple making out at a lookout point.
Right.
Did we? I don't feel like Vegas had like a lookout point.
Over like where Votech High School is, like that high school's up on a hill.
Yeah.
And so if like you could drive like up to Votech and then you can kind of like get a view over old Vegas, like that was like kind of
lookout point.
That was kind of the lookout point in like the early 90s. I don't know if you could even get up there anymore.
I didn't get to grow up with one of those. I think for us it was more like, oh, you're gonna take you to my special spot. It's where the airport where you get to watch the planes land.
Oh, yep.
No, but yeah, we open up with a couple at a lookout point. They're making out. Guy's getting a little frisky. He's trying to cop himself a boob.
Yep.
And this girl, I felt like she was in a schoolgirl uniform. She's like, whoa, Chad, stop. We can't keep going. He's like, baby, doesn't it feel good? Just imagine how it feels if we kept going. She's like, no. Having premarital sex leads to special needs kids that are burning in hell.
Just like special needs bastard babies.
Yeah, she's like, you have to be so thankful for me. I am saving us from eternal damnation.
Right.
And he's like, all right, I guess. And then out of nowhere, she gets her throat slit.
And she definitely has the look and the the speaking voice of like the Clueless.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's like the Valley. It's California. Yeah. She's probably from that area. I just, it really just kind of sets the tone for the rest of the movie.
Yep.
But we open it up. They're like in some sort of San Gabriel Valley type of situation. Small town for California. It's probably like Central California. And, we get introduced to our two main characters, Leah and Katerina.
Yep.
Or Catherine. Katharina? Something flower childy.
Right. We'll call her Kat, because she kind of reminded me of Kat, which was the part that Ariana Grande played
Oh.
in.
Victorious?
Yeah.
I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Yeah, and they're talking. Our main character, Leah, she's the very, what's it called, like alternative girl type.
Right. Yeah.
Like think Avril Lavigne.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she's also she's reading like these feminist books. She's all about journalism and getting the truth and exposing the seedy underbelly of San Gabriel.
Right. Questioning the man.
Right. Everything that you do when you're bored. And then they get accosted by what I assume to be is the 4 mean girls of San Gabriel.
Right. Yep.
Led by an Asian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was kind of proud of that. I was like, yes, right. Lead these wayward lost girls who show your leadership, Asian girl. We do later find out that she's actually adopted. I was like, that's not her mom. And then I saw the portrait.
Yep.
She's like, she's adopted. A lot of hostility towards Leah because she had an expose, which she didn't name any names, but everybody knew.
Right. Yeah. She changed the names to protect the innocent or guilty, whatever.
Right. But when you're from a small town, everyone's gonna know.
Right.
It does, no matter how much you hide it. And so we get a little glimpse of these girls' school life, and then we cut away to like a parent party, like a dinner party.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and then we get introduced to Liz.
Right, the three head honcho moms that are like the mothers of the three of the mean girls.
3 out of 4, because one of them is on an alcoholic getaway. I forgot they shortened it. I just forgot what the shortened version of that was. And they get introduced to Liz, who is like this, European, this very foreign, beautiful older lady.
Yeah, and she's well known in the community, and then she's going to be the one who's they're wrangling in to help, or they're bringing in to help wrangle the girls who are getting a little out of control.
Yeah, and she has a program called VAG. It's a virginity against G stuff.
Yeah.
But they're also stunned by her beauty because they figure, oh, we're all the same age, but your skin is so smooth. It's like a baby's butt. And she's like, oh well, maybe we could have some brunch and I can tell you some of my secrets.
Oh, and they're all down with that. They're like, yes.
But only if I have this program and I need some people to sign up. And she's like, don't worry, my daughter will do it and she'll wrangle up all these other girls to do it because she's popular.
Yep. Popular girls in, and yeah, everybody follows.
Everyone follows. Very Regina George.
Except for
Leah,
who's she's not a follower. She's a free thinker.
So we have this like auditorium. What do we call it? Like a presentation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or whatever. And so they're talking about it. Listen, she's like, "Oh, hey, we have this program. It's about how virginity rocks." And all I could think about was like, if that happened at my school, it was boo.
Was this about the same time that the Jonas Brothers came out with their purity rings and
maybe
and was we're all saving ourselves till
yeah. Sorry, when you were saying that, all I could think about was when South Park did a parody of them.
My brain was kind of mashing those two things, and I couldn't remember what was the real part and what was the South Park part. So yes, I'm with you.
But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure same for you. If you're in high school and like, yeah, virginity rocks, everybody be like, boo, blowjobs are awesome.
Yeah.
It would be a very hostile crowd, right? But no, what's it called? The main chick. She's like, yeah, we're gonna sign up because the mother had told her like, hey, if you sign up, she will hook you up.
Right. There may even be like a series on MTV.
Yeah. don't you want to be there but not have to be pregnant?
Yeah.
Jeez, that was a terrible show. I gotta.
How did that get like 9 seasons?
I mean, you know, like at one point, TLC was like a channel to learn stuff, and then it just became about these huge families.
Right.
One of which it was like the leader of a CP ring. You know what I'm talking about? The one was like 18 and growing or whatever.
Oh, yes.
The oldest kid up here, I think he had like CP. Don't worry.
Right.
Yeah. I was like, Jesus, yeah. I'm pretty sure the rest of the world watches our reality shows. Like, oh, America is lawless. Look at their children having babies. Babies having babies. Good God. But yeah, so that's what convinces the leader to be like, all right, we can do that. And so they all follow. They get the rings like Thanos. Like they're freaking Guardians of the Galaxy, or what's it called, Green Lanterns or whatever. But Leah's friend, Caddy, she gets like enamored by it. And we don't know this yet, but she is, I think she's like lesbian.
Right, yeah.
Right? But you know,
and she's got some acne problems, and she's like this like hippie girl, so she puts like little like flower stickers and like little heart stickers like on her zits that only kind of accent them. It's not a great fashion choice.
It's like you're putting a sticker to be like, hey, look at this. This is what I'm most insecure about.
Right. Yep.
But like, you know, Caddy's like, oh yeah, I want to join. And Leah's like, no, this is like the patriarchy, and you know, it's like so backwards thinking that we should be able to do what we want with our body and not be judged for it.
Exactly.
Which, I mean, hey, that's valid. You know, you know what? Forward thinking, but you know, maybe she was just thinking ahead because you know this was back in 10 years ago,
right?
And now that's all it's about. I don't know any girl that doesn't have OnlyFans. but like with this dynamic, you can kind of tell that Leah is like she babies Caddy. Mm-hmm. You know, they do have like a good dynamic, but the power dynamic is a little bit leaning more towards Leah, and then Caddy's kind of just like always like going with the flow.
Right. Yep.
Right. We do get introduced to a character named Paul, who is like what's it called, like locker mates with Leah. And they have a little tension, little
yeah.
You know, especially when she's like, "Yeah, call me when you read this book," and he's like, "I actually already have read that book."
And then he quotes from it.
Yeah, and it changes my mind. And then Leah's panties get soaked. She's like, "Ooh, maybe we can have lunch and talk about Goyer's opinions on women in the workplace." I don't know what these liberal people talk about. I'm not even liberal or conservative. I'm just like, you know, all right, what's happening?
Right. Yep.
But she gets more intrigued by it because, you know, he does have similar interests with her. And so, like, later on, Leah and Kat are walking down. They're about to leave. But, you know, one of them's like, oh, hey, I forgot something back in class. And Leah's like, well, all right, I'm going to go to the journal room. Or what do they call it?
Yeah, like the library. Do some
journaling.
Yeah.
Reporting. But this, we find out that Caddy actually goes to the meeting. Liz is there, who is the main antagonist of the film, and she's leading this whole meeting with all the virgin girls. Oh, I was like, why is there no guys there? I'm pretty sure there's plenty of dudes that are virgins in high school.
But it seems like this is specifically targeting the girls,
women, right?
Yeah.
Because I was like, if they have that kind of club, you go to that club. Super predatory,
right? You
go to that club, you try to corrupt all of them. No, but it's so terrible.
I can't remember who it was. It was a stand-up comedian. He's like, yeah, I always go to like abortion clinics to pick up on girls because you know they put out and they're having an abortion, so you know that they're single.
Was that Louis C.K.?
It may have been way back in the day.
It's one of those comics that are Bill Burr. So with those guys, right? No, but they have a whole meeting. She talks about her time in Europe and how she was almost going to be tempted by this sexy Italian man or something, or French dude.
Right.
And Caddy, she kind of like drifts into like a wonderland, and she imagines a whole life with Liz.
Right.
And so like, they dismiss the whole thing, and then Liz accidentally runs into Leah outside. And they have this weird interaction, right? Leah already feels something off about Liz. Liz is, when you're playing a bad guy, you got to make the person that's actually good look crazy.
Yeah.
And that's what she's doing. But then all of a sudden, Caddy comes out, and Leah's like, "What are you doing there?" And she's like, "Listen, like, we're friends, but we don't have to do everything together."
Right. Yep.
Which is a fair point. High school is kind of tough. Because you start to grow apart from people, you develop like other interests. Maybe those interests don't align with your past, your friends.
Right.
You drift apart a little bit, but you have to accept that change is all a part of growing up. Right?
Yep.
But this is where sort of like their little storylines start to diverge from each other. Because later we see that the moms go to Liz. They have this whole meeting, and she's like, "Oh, here, let me show you my blemish cream."
Right. Yeah. Just rub a little bit of this on your wrinkles, and target here and here and here, and
it's very pungent, but it works wonders.
Right.
And all of a sudden it helps right away, which is red flag number 1. Come on, guys.
Right. No miracle cures.
Yeah. And meanwhile, like I'm skipping a lot just because this movie is like a lot's happening all at once. Like when the first time you meet Liz, we get introduced to a cleaning lady, and she gets murdered.
Oh right, yeah, yeah.
I didn't understand the old lady that got murdered in this movie.
That was the old cat lady. She was the principal of the school, or the.
Oh, was she the principal?
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it was a bald dude. Yeah, so lots happening. They start to diverge really from together. Leah starts to dig deep into Liz and her life.
Yep.
And then Caddy is now becoming seduced by the dark side because they have a meeting outside, and she's like, "Why do you put all this butterfly drawings on your face?"
Right, yeah, you've got such a beautiful face. Don't cover it up.
Yeah, and she's like, "Here, let me help you." And she like puts the little
a little dot on the big zit, and it quickly, miraculously disappears.
Yeah, all of it disappears, and they have like this hug and all that stuff, and it feels like, oh yeah, like it feels real good for her, right?
Right.
Leah is like, "Where is Caddy? I don't know where she's at." But then like she starts to look deeper into Liz, and she Wikipedia's her.
Yep.
And she's what's it called? Like a lady from who was actually a real person. Nope. I don't. Oh, Blood Queen.
Yeah, so it was the
Blood Queen Elizabeth Bathory.
Yeah.
Who is said to be the first or the most prolific female serial killer. Who was I remember reading about this a long time ago. She was a woman who would kill virgins and bathe in their blood to, first of all, you got to get babies for that. Which is a terrible thing to say, but I think that's how it works, because I think that's what that's what Christopher Reeves did in South Park. Do you remember that episode? He was cracking babies and sucking them out like Go-Gurts. And then Gene Hackman had to save the day. Do you remember that episode?
I don't know if I've seen that episode.
It's like such an early episode. Because they had Christopher Reeves, he's cracking babies, and he's sucking them like Go-Gurts. And then Gene Hackman comes and he's like, "Gene Hackman." Because it's what's it called, like the embryonic, whatever the new cells that the baby produces.
Right. Yeah.
They're still trying to identify. I forget, what are those called?
The
embryonic fluid. It's the stuff that babies have.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that the blood or whatever that can become anything. That's how it fixes broken people.
Yeah.
These are all like very PC terms. Did this person just call disabled people broken? Sorry, guys. You're ignorant here. No, and so Leah, she goes all the way to Caddy's house. She's like, "Oh my God, Caddy, like you have to see this." And then she shows her the pages, and it's funny because the photo on the Wikipedia page is the same photo that Caddy had pointed out at Lizzie's house.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is.
And it's the one that you could see right now on Wikipedia, guys. If you wanted to check out read up on her.
Right. Yep.
Scary lady. But then Elizabeth is like, "No, this is wrong."
Right, and then her name now is like Liz Bath.
Yeah.
And it's like, so close. Elizabeth Bathory. Could be the same person.
Oh, is that what you're dealing in now? Close enoughs?
Yep.
Is that the kind of journalist you want to be?
Yeah.
It's crazy. So, but like, Caddy is she's kind of enamored by Liz. And so she's like, "You know what? I wasted so much time with you and your crazy feminist shenanigans." They're right. All the girls at school are right. You're crazy.
Right. And now all of a sudden, like, now that her zits and stuff are gone and she's not wearing stickers on her face, the popular kids are like, "Yeah, you can join our group."
Yeah, she's like, "You're a hot girl now."
Yeah.
Right? And then Liz like, she's like kind of spiraling because she tries to talk to Caddy and she's like, "Sorry, I'm busy." And Ashley, I think Ashley is the name of the leader, the Regina George of this whole thing.
Yeah.
She looks at her again. She's like, "Sorry." I was waiting for it. She's like, I was waiting for her to be like, "Sorry, freak." Because
Yep, I could have totally seen that.
Because for some reason in like these high school movies, it's always like freak is always the most like damaging thing that you could say, like,
Yeah.
"You call me a freak?" and so she's devastated, right? This is like her best friend since elementary school. We also do learn that like what's it called? She's not getting any acceptance letters from colleges.
Right.
It's gonna be hard.
Yeah. She was trying to do this one final like big news thing on like girls losing their virginity, like it's a sporting event. And now all of a sudden, now it's this vag club, everybody's in the virginity, so it's like her story kind of gets blown out, and so like she's kind of desperately searching for something to write about, and now she's kind of like got her mindset that this Bathory is like,
messing it all up,
right? And
right.
There's got to be a story around her.
Yeah, because instead of these girls getting their backs blown out, her story is. I was trying to squeeze it in there, but I didn't want to interrupt you. Oh man, but and so
there's also like around that time, right? You meet the popular girls all kind of like dating basically like the neighboring school's basketball team.
Yeah. Super weird fucking interaction because the guy is like talking to Ashley and he's like, "Come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me hit,
Right, you said we could.
Yeah. Super, like I was kind of like uncomfortable with how much of a caricature these basketball players were playing, even though they were black.
Right.
It was super. It was like if a white person was trying to act.
Yeah.
It was so, and Ashley's like, "Oh, don't worry, the back door's always open." I was like, that's really uncomfortable for me. And so the Bean Girls are all having a party.
Yep.
Was Elizabeth there? Or no, not Elizabeth. Caddy. She wasn't at the party, right?
No.
She was going to Liz's
Oh,
house.
right. Yes. Yeah.
But, and this is also the same time where Leah learns that if she's not a virgin, she cannot bathe in her blood.
Right. Yes, because it's the virgin blood that gives her immortality.
If only she knew. Instead of 5 virgins, you could have just had 1 baby. Like a fat baby, though. It has to be like a fat baby, like a 16-pounder.
Just a rotund little child.
But so she calls up Paul because no one's helping this girl. Leah's gone to the security. The security is like, no, you said we were DWL, driving while Latina. Or no, she said that they had said that.
Yeah.
They were racist security people. Her what's it called? Her editor is like, no, if you don't have a story for me, get out of here.
Yep.
Mom doesn't believe her. She's like, I'm working 2 jobs so I can afford your college. So the last person she calls is Paul, and she's like, hey, can I come over? And he's like, all right, yeah, that's cool, I'm down. Let me. And he looks around, he's like, I gotta clean up real quick.
Yep, does the tornado clean.
Yeah. And then she barges in, she like presses him up against the wall, and she's like, I need you to help me become a woman.
She makes some like quote things from like female activists, authors to get her all turned on.
Kobe, you gotta have foreplay, you know?
Right?
Gotta get those panties soaked. And they have sex, you know. We don't get to see that, obviously. The girls, what's it called? The mean girls at the party, they all disperse from the party except for 2 people, 1 couple.
Right.
And they're like, Ashley's like, I remember.
By far the ditziest girl.
Yeah. She's like, I remember, don't have sex, slut.
Yep.
And of course, they're like, oh no, but of course, that's the first thing they kind of get into.
Right.
For the girls, like, she tries to be like, oh no, we can't, like, Ashley would be so mad, and he's like, come on, baby. You know what I'm saying?
You're still a virgin if Ashley doesn't know.
First of all, I was like, if it was me, I was like, yo, you're really gonna let another girl your age dictate this stuff?
Yep.
This is weird, man. I'm out of here. It's like a cult at this point. I can understand if you're like your mom, you're worried about your mom's point of view.
Right. Yeah.
But and then Lizzie, you know, she what's it called, Caddy goes to Lizzie's house, and then she gets tied up all of a sudden. Yeah, you're like, what's going on? She's like, she doesn't know what's going on. Not tied up, but she gets locked up in a room in some, like, the gown that, like, Dracula's 3 brides were, like, chilling in, right?
Yeah.
But the mean girls, they go to the house, Lizzie's house, because they're like, oh, yeah, there's something going on, you know, like a vag meeting.
Right. This is the
Members only.
The vag leader's coronation, and they all are supposed to get a special gift.
Oh, yeah. And so they dress up also in Dracula's wives' nightgowns, and they go to this room, and they're like, oh my god, look at all these wonderful pieces. Are these for us? And then their moms come out.
And it's 3 moms, and they are definitely dressed like Dracula's wives.
Yeah, titties out and everything. You know? And then, like, they're helping with their kids, and Ashley's like, oh, let me go to the bathroom so I could try this on. And the first girl gets killed.
Yep.
The killing kind of starts to happen really fast. While this is all happening, though, Leah and Paul, they go to the house because she's like, I gotta save Caddy. She's super in love with Liz, and she's gonna kill her to bathe in her virgin blood. And so, you know, what's it called? A really weird situation, but the garden keeper captures Leah, and then she tries to kick out of the shed.
And her foot gets stuck in, like, the hole where she kicked through the board. Yeah. And the garden keeper grabs her foot and pulls off her sock and starts licking her toes.
Oh. I was like, yo, that's 2013. Chill out, you know? The foot fetish thing isn't cool yet.
I said, that may be where it started.
Oh, man, because he goes to town on her foot. He's like, oh.
Yeah.
Sounded like someone was making mac and cheese. No, but what's it called? Paul was able to, like, Paul gets captured as well, but Leah, she kind of gets out of her shackles, but she's like sexifying her foot, and the guy's like, oh man, drooling, and he like drops Paul, and then she's able to clock him, and then Paul's like, listen, you got to stop using sex as a weapon. They break into the house. At this point, the three other girls are about to get their throats slit, and this is where the ditzier girl was like, oh, I'm not a virgin.
Right, yeah.
I had sex. Ashley is still mad. I'm like, yo, this is not the time for you to be mad.
Yeah.
And then the Ashley, who is a Korean adoptee, and the other girl who I believe is Mexican, because California. I'm from California, so I can say that.
Like her mom is definitely very Spanish.
Yeah. But then they start berating each other like racist terms. I'm not gonna lie, when the Mexican girl did the Asian accent, I was like laughing kind of hard. and then she gets her throat slit. Yep. And then Ashley gets her throat slit.
Yep.
And then the ditzy one gets a knife in the head. What's cool though is that she's like, oh, let's check if you're really not a virgin. They like prick her blood, and she puts it on her skin, and it starts to sizzle.
Yeah, burns her.
Can't have that nasty slut blood on me.
Right?
Oh man! And at this point, they grab Caddy. She's like, oh, we need a couple more virgins. Yeah, she's like, I thought you loved me. Well, like, and then she kills all these people in front of her, and Caddy's like, oh my god, no, Leah was right. You're fucking crazy. Leah's able to, they're able to sneak into the house. The moms are distracted by Paul, while Leah goes after Liz.
Right.
And then this is where Liz puts it out there that I knew it. I could smell it on you. You're my cousin.
Right, because previously, like when Liz is doing all her when she's doing all of her research,
yeah.
She finds like a thing about how like the castle got stormed while she was doing her ritual with the virgins, and they thought that she may have been dead, but she went to hiding because they never found her body, and it was all thanks to this to the Earl of the
Inquisitor.
Yeah.
That's what I just felt medieval cops were called, inquisitors, because they're always inquiring.
Very
or
inquisitive.
they have a double lightsaber. So we learned that they actually have like this whole like lineage that they have to kind of settle down. They fight. This is where they find out that Leah is no longer pure.
Right.
Because she throws her blood onto her and she's like, you
harlot. She gets cut across the chest and she's bleeding, so she kind of like swipes it up and like flicks it at her.
She's like, you harlot. and then Kat's like, oh my god, you're not a virgin anymore? Is it with Paul? She's like, yeah, come on girl, you know. What's it called? And then they had this kind of long drawn out fight. The moms come out with Paul. They have incapacitated him, and Caddy's talking to the helper girl who was there by hostage.
Right.
And she's like, we gotta help her so maybe you can go free. And so she chucks a spear towards Leah. Leah's able to break free and then stab her with it.
Yup.
Like, what I want to kind of say is like, well, I mean, she's been alive for so long. Maybe she's like sort of immortal. Like, to, like, wounds, at least.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, maybe she put some of her blood in there, and they got into her bloodstream. And that's how ultimately killed her. That's what I want to say, because she was pretty bloody.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then she withers away like a Sam Raimi prop.
Right. It's like with the Dorian Gray, like when you break the mirror and then like he just gets older really fast, and
that's always the situation. Yeah, she like withers away into bones. The two moms they stayed alive because Liz accidentally slits the throat of the main chick's mom. They get all old. They went from like 50 to 80.
Yeah.
In matters of seconds, but they're still alive, so they can start their Golden Girls reality show. And then Leah, Paul, and Caddy are able to like go away. They get back to school. They get back to normal life. I presume that Leah has now written this college winning piece that she can get into college with.
Of course.
Caddy is like now out of her shell, growing as a person. Leah okay with that. And then Paul, they're gonna, Paul and Leah, they start kissing, making out. They're gonna discuss feminism and stuff like that. But while he's disrespecting her, blowing her back out. The movie.
Oh, and Kat talks about how she's looking forward to her summer trip to.
Oh yeah, they're going to Europe.
Yeah, because that way she can see the servant girl who was being, slave servant girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the servant girl said, "Oh, hey, you guys are going to be hailed as heroes because my town has been afraid of this woman for centuries now.
Yeah,
so you guys should definitely come." Yeah, super cool. I never got to have that senior trip, but
right. Yeah, I know my senior trip got canceled. That has nothing to do with this podcast, but
I didn't have friends. I didn't have friends my senior year that were my age. Like my best friend was a junior, and then like my other friend, they were all young. I just didn't get along with my group.
Me neither, really. But then it was to Hawaii, so I was like, I will put up with these douchebags to go to Hawaii
to swim in that ocean,
right?
And then the movie ends. Let's go to our other section before we talk about the rest of the stuff that we liked about this. We got high star, low star. Colby?
So we got a 10 out of 10, the end of the Bush Doctrine. And it gives you a warning, spoilers, even though we pretty much just spoiled all of it. It's 10 years old. If you haven't seen it, it's your fault. Elizabeth Bathory is alive and well, living off the blood of virgins. In a small Western conservative community, Mrs. Bathory leads a chastity movement in a high school in a neocon freak show. Leah, who is a wannabe journalist, mirrored after Rachel Maddow, is our voice of reason and criticism of modern conservative society. There are 4 girls that are the in crowd who take the chastity pledge. They all date African Americans, and Leah refers to them as the Kardashians. Her feminist bumper sticker one-liners seems endless. The 4 become chastity leaders. Leah asks, what's worse to admit to? That you're a virgin or that you're a slut. The film is witty and worth viewing for those who like things off the wall. Parental guide: F-bomb, sex, but no nudity.
Why even have the sex? We got 1 out of 10. Between the girl who draws flowers on her pimples on her face and the political garbage, this is a skit. Yeah, you read that heading correctly. One of the main leads has inked pen flower petals drawn on her pimples on her face. Not just one either, but all over like a pizza topping. What the fuck? This is just another bad cookie cutter character, really just pushing political BS down your throat. Easily forgotten. Really just wish I had never made. They have never made this garbage movie. Skip it. That's from 2020, so that was during quarantine,
right?
He was running through movies on Tubi.
Yeah, and I mean, this is 2013, and this is definitely it's like a 2000s movie, but with like made today.
Yeah, definitely, especially with our main character being the way that she is.
Right.
Very political, very feminist forward.
But they do it in a clever way that's not like I'm all girl power, like let me throw it in your face kind of way. It's
I mean, yeah, she's just like she's just she's just a very opinionated, but not without reason. Right. Yeah, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine that way. I liked a lot of the parts of this movie. I was kind of sad. This never got on my radar.
Right?
for anything, and it's because 2013, the Hollywood videos and the blockbusters were going out of business. So you never got to run across this during one of your many trips down the aisle, or this wasn't even on Redbox. I used to watch a lot of schlock on Redbox. There was a movie there about a killer van.
Interesting.
It wasn't good.
I know there was one about killer shopping carts.
I think you're just talking about Jackass. One of the Jackass movies. No. Yeah, this movie is a lot of fun though, just because, first of all, it's practical effects.
Right.
A little bit of a Sam Raimi influence. Remember when they're I just got on my knees and prayed to God, and it zoomed into Liz's face with the red eyes, and she's like, "Don't say that name."
Yeah.
Very Evil Deadish, which was really cool. The main character was a little insufferable at times, but was never overbearing.
Right. Yeah.
Because the way that you saw the relationship between her and Ketty was, I was like, oh, you're kind of annoying because you're that friend.
But that's unfortunately that's a realistic friend, and especially if you're the low self-esteem girl with the zits, and then that friend is yeah, come hang with me. You could be my bestie.
Yeah,
you just got to do what I'm just the boss. Yeah, there is definitely that dynamic in every high school.
Yeah, I don't think she says it I guess, it can come off that way.
Right.
But I feel like it's very well intentioned because but then again, maybe it's because you don't allow the other friend to grow into her own person. You keep them in this box.
Right.
You never let her spread her feathers and fly like a peacock.
But there's always that there's that one person who always knows exactly what they want to do and what they want.
Yeah.
And then the other person's just hey, I'm having fun.
I'm along for the ride.
You make the decisions. I don't have to argue with somebody about where we're eating because you always know where you want to eat, and then I'm good with that. Whatever.
That I like to take that role in relationships. If I just get home, I'm super tired from work or something, and I'm you're oh, hey, what do you want to eat? I would just love to just be I don't know, what do you want? I'm down for anything, just pick. And then maybe your partner's there sitting for the next hour well, I don't want this, I don't want that. And this is why what's called, a lot of those dominatrix ladies, they talk about how some of their most long time running clients are just these high powered men or women, who are constantly making decisions.
Yeah. And
they just want to relinquish some of that power and just
right. Yep.
Yeah, get tied up. Not me though. I'll make decisions all day and then I'll go take a hot bath or something. Jump into the jacuzzi. Freaking put a Epsom salt in there. Let me float.
I don't want to have to remember a safe word.
Yeah. I don't want to fucking wear what's it called, a gimp suit.
Yeah, that's a little.
Yeah, how are you supposed to even get out of those things? You gotta rub canola oil all over your body. Or I guess lube or whatever body oils, you gotta slip out of that. Then you gotta turn it inside out. You don't want mold in there.
Right, yeah. Powder it down so it doesn't get... Yep.
Yeah, I definitely don't want that. What's it called? We didn't get too muddled down with the whole romantic portion of the film.
Right.
What are your thoughts about that?
I thought that was clever, was because she's this free thinking spirit, and she's just hey, I know that if I'm a virgin, I'm susceptible to the wilds of this demon woman. So I'm just gonna go ahead, and the guy I kind of got a little crush on, I'm just gonna bang him, and so that way it's.
Yeah, that whole scene, if I was him...
Now I got bulletproof vest on.
Yeah, because I was man, if I was him in that scene, I was oh my God, am I in a porno?
Right, because she kind of, afterwards, she gets up, she starts getting dressed, and he's all what's going on?
Oh, baby, where you going?
And she's oh, yeah, no, I don't have time to, sit here. Got things to do.
Well, yeah, she's like, what'd you say? I don't have time to bask in the afterglow.
Yeah.
Women get afterglow, men get post-nut clarity. Post-nut clarity. For some, I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, did you ever hear about that term? Post-nut clarity?
Not like that, but yeah.
They're like I was hearing about it online, and they're talking about how, like, yeah, you know, after you, like, nut, you're just, like, fucking sad and shit. I was like, why are you sad? You just nutted. Like, it's like, well, you know, sometimes because you smash just whoever. And I was like, well, don't smash just whoever, right?
Right. Yep.
Well, you can take pride in your choices, even if they're the wrong ones, because they're your choices. You're like, yeah, smash that. And so what? I'm the only one getting their dick wet here. What did you think about, like, the lore building of this movie?
I think they did a pretty decent job, kind of building up the character quickly, as the bad guy.
Yeah, it had enough, like, facts and all that stuff.
Right.
But, like, to the point where, but it had enough to not get to the point where it was getting, the pacing of the movie was getting slowed down.
Right.
By just throwing lore after lore. Because,
Yeah.
like, they really, I mean, honestly, they probably could have put more about, like, this girl's lineage earlier in the film. Like, you know, just a little flashback, like, yeah, I'm a descendant of a Grand Inquisitor. It's said that they were able to use their lightsabers like helicopters. No, but, like, yeah, they really could have bogged it down with that.
And that wouldn't have added anything.
Yeah, it would have just padded the time and all that stuff. The kills are pretty cool. You know, I mean, they're cool. Like, as far as, like, using practical effects, I think that's where the kills, for the most part, were where the budget really showed.
Yeah.
You know, because it would have been cool because, like, this girl's like the main antagonist, Liz. She's, like, from this medieval time situation. Like, it would have been really cool if she put somebody in the Iron Maiden to draw out their blood.
Yeah, kind of. Yes, I could definitely see that.
Yeah, like, they could have, you know, for the guy that they killed. Did they kill a guy? No, they never killed the guy. Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought they killed the guy at the beginning too.
No, he just got the spray of blood on him.
Oh, but I thought she was like, no loose ends.
If they did it, they didn't show it.
Because if they had, it would have been cool if they showed it at the beginning where they killed that dude, but they used the peach thing. They put it in his mouth and they opened it.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, just eviscerated his jaw. Super cool. Like, you guys, I feel like they really missed out on using all these old, like, medieval torture techniques.
Right.
To do some dope kills.
But it was kind of clever. I'm like, we kind of definitely made it seem like, you know, the killer was very obvious. But all the way up till the end, till they kind of, actually really all the way up to the final virgin blooding.
Yeah.
You didn't really know who the killer was because you had the gardener who was, like, creepy. You had the little, like, girl slave manservant girl. Yeah. She could have been it. Every kill is, like, done in the dark. Yeah, like it's somebody in the shadow. Like this, like the knife comes out of the shadow. You never really see who does it. You know, they even kind of, for like a little bit, kind of like almost make you question. It's like, oh, is it you know, our main girl? Is she like really? Yeah, is you know, could be her doing this. Yeah. It was, if you're a longtime horror fan, you're like, oh, this is pretty obvious. It would have been cool if there was like a twist, right? But again, the budget showed, you know. Yeah. Because the moment she pulled out that little dagger that she's been slitting everyone's throats with, right? You're like, oh, okay, cool. You're the killer. What'd you think about the casting choice for this? I liked it. I thought everybody did a good job. Anyone stand out for you? Nobody really like phoned it in. I'm familiar with Leah, the main person. She's been in a bunch of stuff both before and after. Not real big things, but she was a regular on Warehouse 13. Oh, is that right? No, she was in quite a few episodes of Drake and Josh. She was like a girl that was in the class that was always like giving them a hard time.
Oh, that's where I know her from. She was like the smart. She was the one that was always like they sicked the Cosgrove girl on her, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because she was the only one that could match her wit.
Yes.
Or something. She was. Oh yeah. She was the one that was love interest with the fat one, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
So and my daughter used to love Jake and Josh, so I
Yeah.
remember watching that all the time.
I only caught a couple episodes of it just because, like, when I would babysit, like my nephews and stuff like that would watch it. I was like, oh, the show's boring. Put the basketball on. I was that uncle. I was like, I want to watch the basketballs. It's why I have my family. Some of my family listens to this, and they're gonna be like, "What nephews?" Listen, I have friends. You should know Filipinos. Everyone's an uncle. Everyone. All right, so chill out. I don't want you guys calling me and be like,
Right.
"What? Who you talking about?"
Good family friend is aunt and uncle.
Right.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. It's funny. The gardener reminded me of Hot Fuzz. The kid, the yard. He wasn't really talking, and he had like a little scar in his face.
Yep.
I was waiting for him to say it. Like I was like, "Come on, man, say it, say yard, man." Yeah, I thought it was cool having the Asian girl play Ashley, just because you rarely ever get to see Asian girls play like that sort of character.
She looked familiar too, but I looked. She's been in a bunch of stuff, but nothing that like stood out as. Oh, I know her from that.
Yeah. No, I remember the Guild.
But like, yeah, you look at the pictures. My eye always catches that. Like when you get like the pictures of people, and then they've got the Comic-Con logo in the background. I'm always like, oh, they must have been in something sci-fi.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, right. I think I knew her from what's it called? Like, the Guild, and I think I've seen a couple episodes of Atypical.
Oh, I probably know her from the Guild. I remember watching.
Oh, she's in
that.
something with BJ Novak. I want to check that out. BJ Novak, one of the guys from The Office. All right. But yeah, the movie's super fun. Super fun. Hey, make sure to check. Oh, what's it called? Make sure to check out. Oh, sorry, I'm messing this up right now. We are coming up to our hour. Make sure to check out all our other episodes. We have Nick Cage month. We have Ninja month. We have Video Game month. We have a whole bunch of months out there. Holiday months for all the important ones, mainly Halloween and Christmas.
We have a fun rip-off movie month where all the movies are rip-offs of other movies.
Yeah, and don't worry, guys. They're not just asylum movies. There is one.
One is, yeah.
Everybody gets one, you know. But yeah, make sure to check. We have something for everybody. Make sure to check all those things out. But we do our reviews in 4 different sections. We have Stream It, DVD it, Blu-ray it, and the Ultimate Box Collection. Colby, where are you at for this one?
I wonder what you'd get extra with Blu-ray that would warrant that.
Yeah, warrant the extra $10.
Yeah, maybe just DVD.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel too bad with the DVD. I think this is fun enough to have in the collection.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But just not enough for the extra $10.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, like I said, like I was mad that I never got to see this movie come across my radar, just because it's fun horror schlock.
Right.
Very, very campy.
Yeah.
Premise is funny.
For the category of the week, I'm not sure this gets 100, but this is significantly better than a 50.
Yeah. It's enjoyable. It's a solid C+.
Yeah.
78.5%.
Right. Yes.
Unless you're one of those kids that fucked up the curve. You don't know how.
Damn you, Terrence.
You don't know. Unless you were the one fucking up the curve, then like, yeah, shut up, stupids. I always relished when I was the top.
Yeah.
The top dog. They're like, did you have to get a 98? Yeah, I did, because you guys are all stupid. I want to see you fail.
Yep.
Were you ever at the top of the? Were you ever the curve breaker?
I was in the topper portion of the class, but I was never the top kid. I was like a good strong B+ student.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I worked extra hard because I wanted to be the one that fucked up the curve.
I was a little too lazy to put that effort to be an A student.
Oh man, some people you just didn't want to see next year, you know?
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, hey, make sure to check out all of our links down below. We have our Amazon affiliate links. We're trying to get to the 2 steaks at the Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, sure, I know. Pretty soon we'll be able to throw a bloomin' onion in there. I know it's not a bloomin' onion. It's got a different name.
It's the Schwazy.
It's like the firecracker onion or something there.
Yeah, just for legal reasons, they can't call it the bloomin' onion.
Right? Yeah.
But I would. I'd be like, you know what I mean, Bertha. You know what I mean by bloomin' onion. And she's like, sorry, hon. I just can't say that.
I'm pretty sure most people order it like that, but
legally, honey, I can't say that.
Right.
You have to say. I gotta say no. I want you to write it down as bloomin' onion. Fuck Outback Steakhouse. Brought to you by Outback Steakhouse.
And of course, we got our social medias, and we would love for you guys to like and share and follow us. And that's probably the easiest way to send us your comments and tell us how amazing we are. You can share us with all your friends that way.
Yeah,
we're whores. You can share us.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for joining us. My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. If you guys want to check out who does the theme music, it is Leah Rosevere. It's called Arcade Montage. It's on her album, Muser Podcast 3, and her Bandcamp is down below.
Thank you.